Hi guys, welcome to new video. So today I will walk you through the basic scenario editor tutorial. And as you can see, there is this website that I will put in the description. And basically we'll go through it, follow every step and make a simple map. So you can open it yourself and just follow the steps here. Of course, first we'll need to launch the editor. So I already showed that in the editor overview. But simply just go to the folder of the game and here find editor. Then you will double click it and it will open up probably just a blank screen, but if you already looked at some maps you will see the map here. As you can see, I already have one map here. It's actually map made by following the tutorial that we will go through today. uh, I just added some more wildlife, let's say, around here. Also the map has two layers, so here we have like underground, but as you can see there are no lights, yeah, so it just looks like a normal layer just with different textures. But I mean the function is pretty same. You just have two layers and it's a map for 4 players. But right now we'll make a new map, so I will just show you here the first step. Here you can just scroll through everything. There are just described some introduction information, yeah, basic keybinds and everything. So if you want to find something here, it will probably be here, but you can also check my editor overview as I mentioned, and there I actually describe most of the things that are here as well. So here we have the first step, so that will be actually creating a new scenario. So I will probably just keep this website on my second monitor because you can open it yourself, and I will just show you everything in the editor. So you want to go here to the top left corner and click on File, and then click New. And if we take a look here, they want us to change the width to like 192. So we will do that just by writing the number here, or you can just choose the arrows. I actually just clicked enter, so it created a map, but I will go back to show you once again. We will choose the height to also be 192, or you can also just click the square map here, and then it will set both the sizes to the same number. Then they want us to choose the spring weather here, so I will just choose that. And then there is the grass 5 season 3, so that will be this one. And I believe, yeah, the tile set should be set to continental, so that will be probably everything here. So right now we'll just click OK and it will create the map here. So as you can see, it's just one type of terrain that we chose. That was the grass 5, I believe. And now let's take a look what's the second step here. They are just describing some more options, yeah, what you can do, yeah, some navigation steps, everything. That's already covered in the overview video. So we'll find the step 2. And that's actually the camera control, and here they want us to set the starting locations for players 1 and 3, and yeah, after it we'll probably just create the underground for other 2 players. So right now we'll just create those starting locations. So what you want to do is go here to player tab, and here you will choose the set start location. Then make sure you have the player 1 chosen here, and yeah, they want us to place it somewhere in the top left corner, so probably just somewhere here. Yeah, you can move it around as you want. Doesn't really matter, but if you don't set the starting locations you won't be able to save the game, so you always want to do that pretty early. Then we will choose the player number 3 and place him to the opposite corner here on the bottom right. So that was pretty easy. Then they are just describing some more camera options, and then they want us to set the main bases, because this is not some kind of campaign yet. Yeah, it's just a normal map that you could use in a multiplayer or when you are playing against an AI. So we will need a nation dependent base. So here you will just go to entities and click on the nation dependent, and here is the nation main base. So as you can see, it's just an entity with all three bases, and it will automatically choose the one base for your race when you start the game and choose the race that you want to play. So again, make sure you have the right player selected. So if we are placing it on the starting position of player 1, we want to be player 1 and just set it somewhere around here. Then change to player 3 and do the same thing here on the bottom. So let's continue here and check what they want to set us here. So yeah, they just want some basic properties of the map. So let's check it out. Here we'll go to scenario and click on properties, and here you can set multiple things, but we'll go probably to info, and here you can name the map. So I will just name it map number 1 or something, but you of course can choose whatever you want. And then in the description you can also write some more information. Probably won't do that right now. And under suggested players, they want us to set 2 to 4 players, because of course you can definitely play it 1v1 or something, but there will be the second player with 2 more players. So definitely want to keep in mind that it can be also played in 4 players. Yeah, author, you can just write your name here, doesn't really matter, and then you will click OK. Then we should go to map properties. So once again, scenario, map properties, and here is actually the map name of the layer, because you will have 2 layers, the normal layer and underground. So you will have to name it, or you want to name it, so you know which one is which. So they want us to name it surface, so I will do that right away. That's probably everything here, I think. So then we should save the map. So just go to save as. Then you want to find the game folder. I'm already in it, and here we can write the name once again, like map1 or something, and save it in the folder. Usually I want to be in the game and then choose scenario custom, because of course it's just a custom made map, so usually don't want to put it in the skirmish folder. So custom, name the map and click save. Of course I have it in check, but it was just save. So now we have here the step 3, so that's actually adding the second level. So we'll click on scenario right here, and then click on map, and here you have the button to add another map. So first what you want to do is go under the default terrain, and they want us to choose the cave 14. So let's actually find it. Here we have the caves, and cave 14 is right here. We can probably just keep the same size of the map, I believe, and seems like there is nothing more to be set, so we can just click OK. Yeah, we want to just confirm this, and right now if you click right here, you will see that we have 2 maps here. So that's the surface and that's the underground. You can also just use tab, and that will transfer you as well between them. Right now we'll just repeat the same steps as you can see here. So we'll just place the player number 2 and 4 like this, and then we'll just probably set all the information about that as well. So let's do that really quick. So I will just choose player number 2, set start location, go to this corner, and he will click it here. Also we can set the nation main base, and then I will change to player 4, set the base here, and also choose the set start location. So right now we can just see that we have both layers divided like this, and that should be similar as they have it right there. Also, we can name the unnamed map here. So if we go to not to properties, we go to map properties. Here you can name the map, so it will be something like underground or cave or anything you want. And as you can see now, we have the name for both layers. Then they want us to place some entrances and exits, so we'll follow the instructions, go to objects and entities, and then we go to neutral and find teleporters. So that should be somewhere around here. Here, and here should be a cave entrance. So let's see if we can find that. We probably want to have air ground so we can transfer both flying and ground units. Then go to cave, and we should choose the cave entrance here. So it looks like this. You probably saw it on some of the baseline maps in the game, and they want us to place 4 of them on the map. So it should be somewhere around here, 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 and also here. As you can see, I just clicked on it with left mouse button and then right, and here you can see the player that it belongs to. As you can see, even though I have player 4 chosen here, it's their neutral passive, because of course no one can own the cave insurance. It's just a transport building. You can't attack it or anything, so it's just neutral automatically. Same thing applies to like trees and similar stuff. So we don't have to worry about changing the player right here. Then we want to place the cave exits. So we have 2 options here. Of course, if you want to choose this one because it's freestanding, you can place it anywhere. This one is required to be placed on some kind of mountain or something, so we'll choose definitely this. Then I will press tab and get down here, and we will just place the entrances once again on similar spots. Of course, you can do it more precisely. In the map I showed you in the beginning, I took it a little bit more seriously, but right now I'm just showing you the principle. As you can see, it's just totally not even, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. You can adjust it later. And then I believe they will want us to connect the entrances, because of course right now it's just an entity that's placed here and here, but they are not connected, so you couldn't even enter it, I believe. So that will be actually the only time we'll enter the trigger scenario here. So you can either go to scenario and here click trigger editor, or just press Ctrl T and it will bring you here. Right now we will go to available trigger elements, that's right here. Then we go to basic commands, that's right here, and then we will expand entity commands, so that should be right here. And of course we want to go to actions, because we want to connect to entrances. And of course now we should find the way teleport. It's actually named set2 way teleport from and yes, you can read right here. And I will just show you maybe the instructions here so you can see it more clearly. Then we will just rewrite all the things that you need to set here. Of course, first we'll need to create a trigger. So I mean, I don't really see it here, but I will just show you how to do it. Yeah, it actually created the trigger automatically, so don't have to worry about that. We can maybe name it something like teleport number 1 or something. And right now you will just click the entity types here, and on the map click on the entity you want to connect, and then click on the other one in the underground, and this will just connect them, so it's pretty easy. They are actually describing lots of things here. I don't think I will read through that right now. As you can see, they did something similar here. And of course, as you can see, you have to do it for all four. So I will just do that really quick. You can just copy that with Ctrl C and Ctrl V, and then just choose the entrances that you want to connect. I actually right now mess up because first I need to go here, and then we'll do this one, cave, again tab, move here, and then the last one will be this one and here. So right now we should have all gateways connected. Yeah, you should see different numbers on each line here, because of course you don't want to have two entrances uh, teleport you to same exit. Yeah, definitely want to have it different numbers here. That will make sure that you have it set up probably right. So that's excellent as they right here. And now we will need to add some resources to the map as they right there. So I will go back to the surface level, and we will go to natural, and here we will find the resources. So first you will want to add some gold fields. So I will choose gold field, and you can just add them. As you can see, there is the red space where you cannot add it because it's too close to the base. And of course you can't have it like here because the peasant wouldn't even fit there. So there is some minimal range where you can't put it, but usually want to place it at the first green space that you will find. So probably somewhere around here, then second one here. Here you can see it's actually turning to the right because of course it's like a circle around it. So maybe we can place it right here, and the last one right here. And here we have 4 mines. Again, if you right click it, you will see that how much gold it contains. So it's 2750 gold. If you double click it, you can rewrite the number to anything you want, up to like 1 million, I think. So of course you don't want to put so large numbers there, but even if you check some of the developer made maps, you will see that sometimes there are like 5,000 gold mines, and sometimes there are like just 2,000. So you can play with this. I will just keep it default right now because they are also not changing it. And as we can see, they are also placing 4 gold fields as I did, and then they are also placing some gold fields in the center. So there are some opportunities for expansions on the map. As you can see, it's like 8 to 10 gold fields, so you can either create the same gold fields as you had in the main base, so expansion will be the same, or you can create it with one more gold field, and then it will be a little bit stronger, and expanding on the map will be a little bit more important. So again, let's do that really quickly. So first I will just do this player. Yeah, you can, as you can see right now, I'm making bigger spaces between the mines. I mean gold fields. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, you will always go to the base. So basically, even if I put 3 down here and 1 here, it wouldn't really matter. But of course, usually I want to put them next to each other, so it's like protected by your town or something. Right now, just we'll place some of them in the middle. As I said, doesn't really matter. Just it's just here to show you. Here, I'm probably a little bit too close to the edge of the map, but again, we won't worry about that. Here I will place 4 more, and also expansion in the underground as well. So right now we have all the gold fields, and I believe they will want us to place the gems mine. Yes, so just click on gems mine, and usually want to place one next to the gold mines. Again, we can click, as you can see, default amount is 3,500 gems. Again, you can adjust it. Yeah, here you want to place one to each, usually like this, but you can also just place them on the same side. One more here, and we will also do the underground. Yeah, the whole time I'm not worrying about the player I have chosen here, because as I mentioned, it will be automatically set to neutral passive owner. So right now we have basically all those resources, and now we need to place some trees so we can actually harvest them and get wood. So as you can see, actually they are recommending us some numbers here. So it should be like 15 to 20 trees near each player's base, and then a little bit more near the expansions. But of course, there are expansions for two players, so in the end it will be pretty similar. So of course right now I won't really count it, but you will just go to trees here. We are always in the neutral here when we are setting the resources, gates and everything. So just go to trees, and here you can just choose whatever tree you want. Usually we will just choose the normal one, because I mean there is grass, nothing too interesting, so I will just choose the tree, and you can just click it one by one, or you can create a brush size here, increase. Yeah, you can either slide it like here, or just yeah, by holding the left mouse button, or you can click the arrows, or you can also hold shift and then press the mouse wheel button, and then move your mouse up and down, and it will also increase and decrease the brush size. And then you can place multiple trees like here, like this. But maybe it's just better to keep it at one, and you can also just hold the left mouse button and drag trees like this. So we'll just create some trees here and here. Yeah, we could also create it on just on one side, and then maybe on the other side create some cliff or water. Yeah, you always want to play with the landscape, yeah, to create some more opportunities. Also, as you can see, I can just divide the two expansions with some trees, so maybe you can't walk through. If you want to see if it's possible to walk through, you want to press F6, and that will actually show you where you can't walk through it and where you can. So right now there are some space where you could walk through, so it doesn't even really matter that I put it like this. But I always try to make more trees in those places. So right now we will go to the underground, and maybe here we can choose the cave tree to make it more interesting. But as you can see, it doesn't look that good if you place them in a line or something. So maybe you can also add some dead trees between them to make it more interesting. You can always play with that. Just create something that will look good, and it will maintain the functions. Of course, the amount of wood can be also checked here, and I think it's always 300, and it doesn't really matter which tree you choose to place there. So that should be pretty up to you. It's only about the looks. So let's see what do we do next here. Seems like they are just describing some more advanced information. So I think this will be maybe all they want to add here. Yeah, there is just one more thing. Uh, yeah, there are some good tips how to open the editor with the shortcut, and here we will actually need to add those actions, because that will make sure that you can actually play the map, and there will be starting resources and actually some triggers that will actually win the game if you destroy your enemy, and lose if you get destroyed, because right now nothing would happen if you start the game. So as you can see, it's just pretty simple. We will go to the editor with Control T, and we will actually follow them to game controls commands. So that's right here. Go to actions, and here are the three we need to choose. So that's the melee endgame, melee resources, and anti-hide the farm. So we can probably just create a new scenario. Here into actions I will just place those three just by clicking them with the left mouse button, and then you want to maybe name it like map. Map. That's probably everything you need to put here. Of course, right now it doesn't even matter if you name it, but if you'll create some campaigns or something that we'll of course cover in the next videos, then you want to name it, because you can have like multiple hundreds of triggers, and then it will get really confusing if you don't name that. So you should probably get used to it pretty early on. So I believe that's probably everything. Right now you can just save the map by pressing Ctrl S, or just go here and click save. And now the map should be actually playable. So we'll actually check it out. I will just take a look at one more thing here in map properties, or no, map properties, here in properties. If we, yeah, right now it's just you can't even change it. You would have to click the use scenario settings, and you don't want to do that if you are creating a map for multiplayer and single player. So right now you can change it in the game if you want to hide terrain, and if you want to have observers. So there's actually nothing more to change here. So let's check it in the game. So I will launch the Armies of Exigo with the full HD mode. You can also check that in one of the previous videos. And we'll take a look at the map. So I will just go to custom maps. Yeah, it should be in the both single player and multiplayer, because we didn't change there anything. And I believe we named it like map 1. Yeah, here it is. If I click on the on the minimap icon right here, you can see that it changes between the underground and normal layer. And now let's just double click it. Yeah, as you can see, I can change the visibility here. Of course, I want to maintain everything visible while I'm testing something, so I can see what's happening. Yeah, we can keep the maximum speed because we are testing, so it's much easier to walk somewhere. And we can maybe place someone here. Yeah, doesn't really matter the difficulty. I won't fight him anyways. Yeah, it seems like everything works fine. So let's launch the game. Here you can see the name of the map on the top, and right now we are in the game. So of course I can change the layers until I explore them. So I will just take one peasant. Also we can, yeah, I will just go here. And we can just check that, as you can see, there are all the resources. You can mine them. You have starting resources. We have the base of our faction we chose, and then we just have normal peasants with all functions. And right now, if we walk through this cave exit, it should transfer us here. Yeah, which did. So we connected it the right way. And here, as you can see, is the AI enemy. And as you can see, he just automatically starts playing just based on the three baseline triggers we put there. And I mean, that's basically everything. Right now there is no landscape, no tactical positions or anything, so it just definitely isn't too entertaining map, but I mean, it's playable, and that's the main function we wanted to maintain here. So right now I will just exit the map, and maybe I can also show you one more time the map I created. Actually, I will have to check the name of the map. It was large fields. Yeah, you can always name the map as you wish. So let's actually find it. Here it is. Yeah, again I can click it, and as you can see, it's still the same layout with four entrances to the cave, and players on the same positions. But of course, there is a much more landscape. Yeah, I won't play full game, but I will show you how it looks like. So let's just start the game. Here you can see I also added some description, yeah, that the large fields is a basic map for 2 to 4 players, and it follows rules of Armies of Exigo baseline maps. Yeah, there is nothing too crazy. I mean, I added some functions here, like those healing runes in all corners. Yeah, there are just some random stuff, but basically all this is passive. It's non-interactive, and you don't have to worry about that.
I am here, my lord.
Yeah, so as you can see, everything is the same. I also didn't change any resources here. Yeah, it's basically pretty similar, but I just played with it a little bit more. There are different terrains here, different kinds of grass. Here you can see just some wood and everything.
What
I
needs
will
to be
also
done?
show you the underground. Yeah, you can also add some smoke. There are all those kinds of effects that you can use. But I mean, we will take a look at those functions in the future. Yeah, I will definitely make more videos on
I live to
editor
serve.
where we will go through all those kinds of things. Yeah, as I mentioned, I will show you how to set up the lights in underground so it actually looks like a cave and not just a normal layer. And I will definitely also make a tutorial on the scenario triggers, yeah, and basically everything that you can find in the editor. We will also probably create one more map that will be uh, not just from some guide, but we will create our own layout, and then we will make maybe some more interesting mission from that, yeah, single player or some cooperation, something like that. But yeah, definitely there will be in the future videos. Right now we are just covering the baseline tutorial, and I mean that was the goal of this video, and we managed to create a map that was functional. And here is just to show you something how you can maybe improve the map. Yeah, I think there are no too difficult functions used here, so you should be probably able to create something similar to this on your own. But I mean, if you get stuck at something, you will definitely find the solution to that on this channel pretty soon, or you can always ask me in the comments if I forgot to mention something or if you get stuck with some functions. So yeah, that will be probably everything here for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and maybe I hope you followed through it. You tried to create your own map, and maybe you can improve it much more and then share it with other players. I would love to see some of your creations if you decide to try something with the editor. So yeah, take care, guys.